Hello everyone, welcome you all in video series of Basic Mechanical Engineering subject. In this video, you will learn classification of boiler. You can also follow us on Telegram channel. Now, the boiler may be classified mainly as follow. So first, depending upon the relative position of water flue gases. Second one, that is depending upon the position of furnace. Third one is depending upon the position of axis of the boiler. Fourth, that is depending upon the service. Fifth, depending upon the source of heat. Sixth, that is according to the method of circulation of water and steam. Seventh, according to the pressure of steam generated. And final, that is according to the nature of draught employed. So classification of boiler are divided into main 8 parts. So first, the depending upon the relative position of water flue gases divided into two types, A smoke tube boiler and B water tube boiler. Second, depending upon the position of furnace is divided two types, A internal fired boiler and B externally fired boiler. Now third type is divided into two types, A vertical boiler and B horizontal boiler. Now sixth part, according to the method of circulation of the water and steam is divided into two types, A natural circulation and B forced circulation. Part 7 divided into two types, low pressure boilers and B high pressure boilers. And final part is again divided into two parts, natural draughts and artificial draughts. In this video, we will learn one by one all the types. Now first, depending upon the relative position, smoke tube boiler is also defined as fire tube boiler. In this type, the boiler of the hot gases or the flue gases from the furnace are passes through the tubes surrounded by the water outside to be evaporated. The examples are Cochrane boiler and Lancashire boiler. So in this figure you can see hot gases passing through these tubes and surrounding by the waters. Part B, water tube boiler. In this boiler, the water to be evaporated passing through the tubes and the gas from the furnace are passes over the external surface of the tubes. Examples, Babcock-Wilcox boiler, Stirling boilers, etc. So in this figure, this is the example of water tube boiler. So water passing through this tube. So these are the basic difference between the smoke and water tube boilers. Now second type, depending upon the position of the furnace. So internally fired boilers, in this the furnace is inside the body of the boiler shell. The examples are locomotive and Lancashire boilers. Part B, externally fired boilers. Second, externally fired boilers. In this, the furnace is outside the boiler shell. Examples are Babcock-Wilcox boiler, Stirling boiler, etc. So the basic difference, the furnace is inside the body and the furnace is outside the body of the boiler shell. Third type, that is depending upon the position of axis of the boiler. It divided into vertical boiler, in which the axis of the boiler shell is in vertical plane. B, that is horizontal boiler, in which the axis of the boiler shell is in the horizontal plane. So basically difference between the position, that is vertical position for vertical boiler and horizontal plane for the horizontal boiler. Fourth, depending upon the service to which the boiler are put, likely stationary, portable, marine or locomotive boilers, etc. Fifth, depending upon the source of heat, the source of heat may be due to heat generated due to combustion of solid, liquid or gaseous fluid and or electrical energy or automatic energy, etc. Sixth, according to the method of circulation of water and steam. So part A, natural circulation. In the case of natural circulation, the steam boilers, the water is circulated by the natural convection, which are set up due to heating of the water. So examples are Babcock-Wilcox boiler. In this figure we can see that the water from the steam drum falls under the gravity to header and then they evaporate where its temperature rise and the density reduce. Part B, forced circulation. In forced circulation boiler, the water is circulated with the help of centrifugal pump driven by external source of power. So examples, Babcock-Wilcox boiler, Lamont and Lafleur boilers. In this figure we can see that here the pump, centrifugal pump will be added. So high pressure and high capacity boilers use forced circulation according to the pressure of the steam generated. So low pressure boilers, the boiler which produce steam at less than 20 pressure bar are called low pressure boilers. So examples are Cochrane boiler, Lancashire boiler, etc. High pressure boilers, the boilers which produce the steam above 20 bar pressures are called high pressure temperatures. High pressure boilers, the examples are Babcock-Wilcox boiler, Babcock-Wilcox boiler, Stirling boiler, etc. And final type according to the nature of draught employed. So first, natural draught, when the fuel is burned on the surface due to the natural circulation of air, and draught is called natural or chimney draught. Part B, that is artificial draught, if the air is circulated with the help of fan driven by external source of power, the draught used in the call artificial draughts. Means in natural draught they work naturally circulation of air, but in artificial we provide external source of power. So this is the end of this classification of boiler. In next video we will cover one more topics. Thank you.